Good morning. And welcome to the Capital Improvements and IT Committee. Do you want me to say that again? Good morning again. Welcome to the Capital Improvements and IT Committee. Now that we have our recording device set up. My name is Mike Freeman. I am the new chair of this committee. And can I get County Board Member Herb Brooks to say the pledge, please? Call it to order. It is.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a roll call, please? And I am present. That's okay. Can I am present. Yeah. Can I get an approval for minutes of October 1st, 2024? Moved by Oxley, seconded by Ballage. Can I get a roll call, please? Thank you. Can I get a motion? 6/2024. By Bullock, second by Oxley. All in favor? All in favor? Any opposed? Old business, we have a facilities update. I have found out this one about the information, but we do have gals. It's going to go. PowerPoint.
Wait 1 second. Technical difficulties.
There we go. Oh, that might need stopping for this. We do have a new committee. I have them. Don, would you like to start? Tell us your name, what district? I'm Mike Freeman, 8, and I'm. Oh, yeah, there you go. You have to hit your button. There you go. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm Ken Rogowski, and I'm the Assistant Facilities Director.
You can't hear them on the record when people are watching.
Okay, thank you very much.
It is this slide here. This is the old courthouse. As you can see, it is completely down now. Everything looks great. The old grounds now, it has been hydro-seeded. You have grass. It looks wonderful. It's like really, it is now completed.
I know that there was a sidewalk issue around the courthouse. Has that been taken?
As far as,
It was like disrepair. Resurfacing was necessary to that.
I could take a look at it, but as of right now, we do have the perimeter around the old courthouse and this is the new Children's Advocacy Center, former preschool. This was completed in May. It's a beautiful build out. We had a grand opening, all new mechanicals, everything has been upgraded, sure. Paint, everything looks great in there. I'm happy in that facility.
I need to ask him now. I guess I have more information on my brain than I thought about improvements. There was some talk with the CAC originally got this building about for like senior.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay. That's something I might want to.
Okay. Okay, this one here is 95 South Chicago, the ADF. The building has been completed. It looks good. You can see the finished wall up on top. Everything matches. Everything looks wonderful. They got everything looking really good. And there's a difference there, of course, on the right to the left, finished in the finished product. But everything was tucked, pointed, sealed, and painted. You did a good job. And that was completed in November. Oh.
And the unfinished two blue, one finished, one's unfinished. So the unfinished I'm seeing on ADF is that some tuck pointing?
Yeah, Herb, actually, it was the tuck pointing and it was the color. And what it is now with the finish, that's just showing you now that everything is completed.
But what's the unfinished though? What's that? Oh, actually,
The
it's
picture
kind of
there, it's just like,
picture in picture.
yeah, it's just like a before and after,
Oh, okay.
but it turned out really good though.
I have to warn you, Ken. I lost sight of my left eye. That's why everybody on this side look good to me. So sometimes, when I see pictures like that, it's kind of hard to differentiate. But basically, that's just what it looked like before, but now I'm finished.
Correct.
Okay.
So there was, a delay in the getting this to its final state because of the color match. They were having issues. It was like contrast in the colors was really obvious. So they kept working to get it to a closer match. That's why they're trying to show you it looked really good.
Yeah,
That's
the
basically
whole
before
building really
that.
turned out good.
Yeah, before that. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
That's fine.
This is the completed roof, at the ADF. It definitely needed replacement. It replaced the old roof, which was an old black membrane with, they had the rock on the top, it's the ballast. This is, now it's a new energy efficient roof with the white membrane. I believe this is a 30-year roof. Adler did a roofing project. This was completed in second week of December. They did a wonderful job on that. Okay, Sunny Hill Nursing Home. This is for the domestic hot water. You can see to the left, the old Kwani boilers. Those were quite oversized. We replaced them with something a little bit more efficient. These Raypak high efficiency hot water heaters. And I believe right now with the new installation, we're saving between 30 and 42% natural gas costs.
I was gonna ask that.
Oh, yeah, it was a winner. And with the older system, it was so archaic and was so oversized, and it just made sense to replace it. And it's really working out well. And that's just another snapshot of site profile in front, the Raypak on-demand hot water heaters. And of course, in so much nicer and they take up less room too.
Did they have to replace any of the, I assume it's piping?
Sure. Yes, of course, everything there, you can see in white, it's been re-insulated, all new piping valves, temperature sensors and so forth. And I believe this system is also going to be tied into his building automation system. So that everything could be checked and monitored through the computer system.
That'll be nice.
Community Health Center, new build out for the call suite. Turned out good. Of course, the total remodel, flooring, paint, furnishings and stuff. That was started in August and they finished this one in December. Yeah, a couple shots on that. Recorder of deeds and land use, same thing, office renovations. Sunny Hill Nursing Home. This was an ordeal. Turned out really good. This was for a total bed replacement at the nursing home. We since then, just so we wouldn't impact their operation, we had the maintenance facilities guys, we moved everything over to the former Pace bus barn. And we set up like an assembly line in there. So we had the pretty much like put the new beds together. Had all the guys in a line as far as putting them together, making sure they work. Then as far as loading them up on the truck and sending to the nursing home. So that way we wouldn't affect, anything on site. And it worked out.
So have all the beds been brought in, or is that just one of the avenues?
I believe all the beds have been replaced. This is one of my favorites at the courthouse. This is the new weather bug camera we put on the roof. We had some issues with it and it was down for a while. So when I was on vacation, I got up at 5 a.m. I took a screenshot off the TV. So I called Bill right away. I'm like, hey, we're back on. So, yeah, we got the weather bug camera up. It's on every day, 5 a.m. if you get up that early. And sometimes we'll do a screenshot later on in the afternoon. And they'll give different area views of downtown Joliet area. And when we had this installed, we actually had the meteorologist, Mike Jansen, came out here to meet me. And we took a couple of pictures with him. It was kind of cool. And yeah, people were happy that City of Joliet, Will County, is partners with WGN. This is the metal refinishing. This is at the courthouse. And we noticed all of our stainless steel for the entryways, the bellards, revolving doors and so forth. Everything is a beautiful stainless steel, like a brushed finish, but it requires maintenance. So it has to be clean and it has to be polished and it has to be sealed. So we're trying to keep with a program to get this done in sections where it's not too costly. But we don't want the salt in the weather to ruin this. So we're doing a proactive kind of, in sections. We did the front entrance and we did the employee entrance, and it really looks good. It looks like the front entrance looks like the TV. I'm really happy with it.
How often does that have to be done?
We're going to have to keep up with it on a regular basis, especially like stuff on the outside, because that gets hit by the weather that's bad.
Colors or?
It gets discolored, and even though it's stainless steel, it still has a tendency to get pit and you can get a little bit of corrosion too. So that's why we keep up on it, and the guys go on site too, and they kind of make note of it. And we go with our housekeeping department to go out there and they'll examine it. And once we start to notice that we get a couple of sections, we want to be proactive and get a head start on it before it gets worse.
When you're remodeling in your house,
Yes.
my big thing is, maintenance stuff. This is something I'm going to remember for the future, because if you have to keep cleaning and polishing.
Well, especially for the outside. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And it'll last us for years though too. And of course, and if you don't do it, the life expectancy of this won't be maybe 10, 12 years tops. So we just wanted to be proactive, keep this looking pristine.
Yeah, we don't want erosion.
No, not at all.
Thompson.
Is there a coating, Ken, that we can have applied to that, that would seal it?
Yes, there is. Yeah, after they go ahead, they have a crew to come out, they'll clean everything, they'll scrub it down. And it's like some, like a, I'm not sure what the trading of it is, but it's a clear coat, a sealer.
Like a varnish type?
Pretty much. But on the inside, I had it done on the inside over there, as you can see it. But we kind of had to do that on a holiday or off hours. And I had to have the maintenance supervisor make some adjustments with the air handlers, because we didn't want to get that smell throughout the
Like into
building.
the system, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
that's what we
okay.
kind of coordinated that. We did that off hours and stuff, and it worked out really well.
What's the life expectancy of the sealer?
Basically, right now, knock on wood, it should last us about 4 years,
How many?
maybe 4 years, 5 years,
4 years.
under normal conditions. Now, of course, on the outside, with the, with the road salt and the weather and stuff, it could be more, it could be less. We just gotta keep up on it.
Thank you.
Sure.
County Board Member Trainer.
Thank you, Chair Freeman. I am really curious about this. Obviously, have we thought about this when we were looking at the design of the courthouse? This is probably not the material we would have chosen. Because I think that stainless steel, does it go all the way up to the top of the building on every floor? I mean, this is a really expensive maintenance item. And I'm not sure if we haven't put some of this stainless into the new board. I just wonder where all we have it. And since we're about to build a new food pantry in my section, I'm gonna make sure there is no stainless anywhere. Because this seems like highly intensive labor. Just thinking about the ADF, because when I first got on the board in 2009, the ADF was grand opening, right? And here, the first major work we do to the outside of 2024, that's a dang long time. And now you're talking 4 years, maybe? And I'm thinking, "Ooh, boy, we made a huge error."
Everything's fine. The executive's office came in and said they can't do anything. But I just pulled it up on here. I can hear it. There's no error.
There's something out there.
There's something. I just wanted to check because,
I did not check downstairs.
Each does.
I don't have my feet all.
no, I get it, brother. I appreciate you coming up.
You want me to try it?
It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it to this meeting. I'll check on them.
But
Thanks, Bill.
and of course, with this being a brand new building, the courthouse is only 4 years. We just had this contractor out this past year, due for service. And of course, if it doesn't need it, we're not gonna do it. So a lot of this is gonna be trial and error. And if we find out that the product lasts longer and more longevity out of it, and if the cleaners, we do a good job keeping everything clean, and knock on wood, we can get double out of it.
I have a question. Do you have an idea what the cost of this maintenance? is?
Not in front of me, I don't, but we can go there.
Get me that, and then also get a cost. I don't want to say final, but there's other kinds of covers we can put on there. So if the cost to make $50,000, cost to just put a cover over it, change the way it looks, obviously, but you cover all that stainless steel, that it's something that you don't have to make. What's the numbers? How does it work out? Is it better to just cover everything or come and fix it every 3 to 5 years? So that's where I'm. So I think that's something that you have to find out what kind of cover you could use that would be inexpensive. But they built barns and they use forklift barn style building, right? And they have maintenance on its wall.
Right.
So whatever that steel is that they're using, it's covered. It's like looks like a piece of wood, really. So the cost is, you gotta wait. Because if you're gonna say every 3 to 5 years, you gotta go do that and drop a ton of money on it. And it's also hazard, because if you're gonna be going out there with ladders and all this stuff, that's dangerous. If somebody falls and they sue us, because it's dangerous. So I think we need to look at that right now and decide if we're gonna continue with the maintenance end or go on to a different way of handling this. That looks nice, but if it's gonna be a ton of money to their taxpayers, they don't want it.
We would also have to put on that though, have to, yeah, cover it up. Will it still, have the possibility of function?
Aesthetically, would it still look good? Now, as far as maybe the 3 to 5 years, like I was saying, you know, for the stainless, most of the stuff where we notice, you know, like some of the pitting and the minor corrosion, of course, it was on the outside of the building. Now, on the inside of the building and up in the lobby and going up, stuff is still in great shape. So I'm sure that won't have to be completed like the outside of the building would. It's frequent. I was, you know what I mean?
I was talking about the outside, not the
Oh,
inside.
okay,
The inside's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when the weather hits it,
okay,
so that's a whole different animal.
yeah.
Mr. Brooks.
And I think Ken, you, Jackie, and Steve kind of captivate what I would say on that, because that building, as you know, is only, we ribbon cut in 2020.
Right.
How many times have you had to do, particularly outside material? Do you know, I know it before you were with the sheriff. So just one time, I don't.
As far as cleaning.
Yeah,
of stainless,
exterior.
And it, Herb, it wasn't even a whole thing. We just, the picture there, that's the entrance way,
Right.
on, in the plaza. That was the only thing we
Okay.
actually done. And on the east side, which would be Ottawa Street, we did the other way entrance. And it was a single door on the inside to the vestibule and courtroom. There was one outside.
That's a small one.
Correct. And that's, yeah, came to be done. So within a 4-year period.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
sure.
Thank you. Next slide.
This is a mechanical room at the ADF. This is in a fire pump room. And the problems he had here, this fire pump in particular, we went ahead and we assisted in a replacement. As you can see, this thing was corroded. He had bad bearings on here, mechanical seals were leaking. It probably outlived its life. And instead of just having some contractor coming in here, piecemealing this together, it just made more sense to replace it. So to have everything replaced, more efficient pump. I think it's gonna last them yet for maybe another 20+ years. So I think he did a good choice on that. This is at the court annex, State's Attorney Building. We refreshed up the public elevators. And meaning like on the inside, you can see the walls and the stripping. And that's just some panels that we put up in there just to like sprucing it up. And they put some coat base around the bottom and the slats going up the walls and kind of cleaned it up a little bit and it looks much better.
Mr. Oxley.
Oh, the vinyl panel kind of. Like an acrylic vinyl, yeah. And also then I heard too, but you know, with these, and it's easier when housekeeping goes in, it's easier for like. Yes. What was there before wood? Yeah. In of course, in with the wood, you're always touching it up. It's getting that, you have to repaint it. So this, I think this is really gonna help and so far so good. Also, I thought you were the next one. Sorry. Same building, Ford Annex building, and this was, we were doing some upgrades for the access system, for the card access. You can see by the door next to the pull station. Those would be card swipes for security purposes. So we're going through that building and where it needs it, we're kind of upgrading Ford Annex building. This is our new CMMS. This is Aptura. And what that is, it's a computerized maintenance management system. That is our work order system. And it replaced our current system, which is called Hippo. Aptura is taking it over. Everything has been migrated into the new system. We still have a few hiccups right now with it, but we're confident within the next few days, everything should be up and running.
So is there like one person that checks all the work order?
Oh, no. It's multiple. It would be the lead guys and the supervisors. there would be requesters, and that would be just like the average person, hey, I got a light bulb out, hey, there's a toilet leaking. You would put a work order in, you would put what building you're at, what room number, so forth. And it's supervisor for that building would get it, go into what's happening, would fine tune it, turn the request into a work order, and which is delegated to one of his maintenance staff.
So hopefully this will make things happen faster.
A lot faster, and it's able for us to keep track of, of time spent. And as far as how many man hours it took to fix this, and so forth. But it's good. This is in the parking lot at Nursing Home Sunny Hill. They had fire extinguisher training out there. So facility maintenance guy. Fire extinguisher training, which was great.
So when they have done on the fire extinguisher,
Out there with hose.
do they like just hose it off into the ground? What do they do with all the,
I wasn't there for that. I think everything is controlled. I'm not sure if they had maybe a box fire or something. It was just basic skills, how to pull the pin, pull the handle, sweep, just the proper techniques, how to use it. I think it was very minimal if they had, it was just in a controlled space where they could just go ahead and close it off.
there wasn't a lot of fire extinguisher dust and foam everywhere? Traffic trainer, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm seeing that photo to the right, and that does look like an awful lot of foam there, and I don't know what that foam's made out of, so I concur with the board chair, or with the committee chair, that I would be concerned about what that might do to the surrounding environment, that's all. I don't have a clue what it's made out of, it might just be,
That's dry chemical. That would be probably, the one on the right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's probably one of those ABC fire extinguishers.
That was where they were like actually extinguishing it.
Probably, yes.
It dries, it's dust, and sweep it up.
okay. I definitely haven't.
Yeah, I did too when I first saw it, so, County Board Member Butler.
I was just concerned that the chemicals, that we're not still using the PFAS in the chemicals. Do they change the formulation so that we're not PFAS into the ground?
I'm pretty sure we're code compliant and everything. And we also have now, we have a new life safety specialist, Philip Smith. He works in the facilities department right now. So a lot of our training is for fire extinguishers, AEDs, life safety, everything would go through Phil Smith and through Bill and I, and he would make sure we're compliant, and he would help us out for all the employee training.
So, I mean, I understand fire extinguishers are very important. Sure, people need to be trained.
Right.
It would just be nice to know if they are still using PFAS in these, and if you could find that out for them.
Yes.
Go ahead,
That's it.
Mr. Brooks.
I'm not familiar with PFAS. What's the,
So PFAS is a forever chemical that they're finding in our water supplies in Plainfield. They just had the Army Corps of Engineers. They spent millions of dollars to try to clean up their water. And Washington DC has told all the counties of America that if we have reports of PFAS, that the Army Corps of Engineers will come out and help. And one of the primary ingredients in the fire extinguisher is this polyfluoride carbon. I can't pronounce it.
Okay.
It's about that long. But
Okay.
that's basically the molecule that they call a forever chemical. It takes about 4 to 5 years for it to circulate through a person's body.
okay. Okay.
Next slide.
Okay, next slide, this is here, this is our, when I was talking about Philip Smith, our new, life safety. We are numbering all of our doorways at all of our county buildings, and you can see right there, I believe it says number 1. I think that's a great idea, and it's not only for us, and for the employees, it's great for the fire department, life safety, police department. So like if there's a fire or something going on or an emergency, they can say, hey, we're dispatching 2 units out, we're going to Thor 1. So right away now, everybody knows where Thor 1 is. So what Philip is doing right now, he's going through all our facilities, and he's implementing, including the courthouse, we're gonna have all our doors numbered. And the fire department and police departments, they're also gonna have all this information too. So when they come out, or if we call in for emergency, and I say, hey, I'm on the south side of the building, well, where exactly is that? I can just say, hey, go to door number 5 or something, and they'll have a map of it, so they'll know exactly where to go or where to be safe. This is my favorite here.
And with
Strauss?
the door numbering system, will each department, like on their phones, have a little sticker that you're doing one or something. Right? So that people making a call if there's an issue. they Remember that, or most times people won't pay attention what door they're coming in.
You know what, I think he's gonna have also maps throughout the building, like your, proper egress for emergencies and stuff, and also list that on there, but I could find out.
I think
that's a good idea.
Sticker on the phone would be door number, closest door or whatever.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. And I think that would also be good too, like for evacuation training too. I'll let Phil know. This is my favorite.
Wait on.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate it. You owe me.
I know, I'm taking notes, so. I just look at Mr. Brooks.
No, I don't.
Ms. Floyd.
No worries. Are the doors numbered on the inside before you go outside? So that, so I don't know what door I might be by.
No, they're just, he has a number on the outside.
Okay.
But on the inside of the buildings for the evacuation plans, they will have in the hallways what door you may be used to go off. But I know what you're saying. I will find out if there's a number on the inside as well. Yeah, it would make sense, right?
Bullock is also a former teacher, so I think what she was going through is all the classrooms have them on both sides.
Yeah.
On both
So
sides.
The door
teachers know,
going
and
into the classroom has the number, and then the window of the classroom has that number on the
Yes.
outside, so that you know where you are.
we can be ready for.
I'll pass this on with the life safety specialist. Thank you.
Mr. Brooks.
That's a good idea, though. I'm
Good,
glad
good.
I thought of that. Thank you. On your photo, kid,
Yes, sir.
number 1 to your right, or number 2 to the left, was that all considered number 1?
Herb, I don't know right now. I would have to get that answer from Philip. This was just put up right now as an example. I'll show you that we are starting the number.
I see the one to the right.
Correct.
and left.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
sure.
Next slide, please.
2 years in a row, facilities department, men who cook, first place for dessert, and we took 3rd place for presentation.
What was your dessert?
I'll tell you what, it was crazy. In the second photo, the young man to my left, his name is Garrett Latham. He came up with this concoction. It was Oreo cookies. He brought in a blender, we crumbled them up, we put cream cheese in there, some other flavorings. He made balls out of them. Then we melted chocolate. They dipped them in chocolate, and they were a hit. The first year we just did pumpkins, and they used they used the pretzel for the pumpkin, but this past year, they wanted Frankensteins. So we were there pretty late. I was the one helping them out, putting the eyes on, and we had to put we had green and black hair and green eyes or something.
That's the third place.
It was wonderful. So it was nice camaraderie. We had all the facilities department here, all our different buildings, everybody pitched in. It was wonderful. Like I said, this is the 2nd year. So now we want to see for next year.
And it's a great fundraiser for the state.
It was wonderful.
Wait, next slide. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would suggest next year you bring samples so we can.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. I'll make sure of that. It was good though.
Yeah.
And we had them out there. Everything went by less than 2 hours. And we were all out of it too. So it was, yeah, it was cool. I'm really proud of this one. We did this year for metastatic breast cancer awareness. We turned the courthouse 3 different shades of color. This all started like a year or 2 ago. We did this, first we turned the whole building green for veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we did veterans, then we did we did 2 colors for Christmas. But this is the first year we did it for the breast cancer. And this turned out beautiful. We did such a wonderful job. And everybody, you talk to, they think you just go behind a computer, or flip a switch on. These are the facility maintenance guys. They have to cut out plastic film, rated for temperature. They must cut out like 340 pieces of colored plastic. And they actually have to go to every fixture and put these on there. To do the building like this with 3 different colors, it took probably close to 2 weeks to do it. But it turned out beautiful though.
I know when Operation Greenlight first came, they
Yeah, it was-
talked about the
yeah.
cost and.
That was the first time we
Yeah.
tried it. And it was such a big hit. Then after Greenlight, then we just kept the green. We put the red in there. We made it for Christmas. Yeah, so it was beautiful. Turned
Yeah,
out.
it's Operation Greenlight is an ongoing thing.
Yes.
So glad you could add to it. Next one.
Yeah, and this one was recently, I think within the last month, the Zonta Club came out here. They picked one day to come out. It was like 12 degrees out there. But they came out there for their demonstration. We also helped them out. We supplied them with podium chairs, even power and a sound system. They were out here for an hour. They were very much appreciative, and they thanked us for our support. And this is just pretty much everything that we've done throughout the year of 2024. 13,000 work orders completed, 9,000 hours of labor logged with an average cost of $19.50 per work order at a 95% completion rate. Adult detention facility, the roofing and the masonry project is completed. The community health center is completed. Domestic hot water project in Sunny Hill is completed. Renovations at the quarter of the beach is completed. Sunny Hill Nursing Home, the beds are completed. It turned out great. County buildings are now going to be fully stocked with AEDs and first aid kits throughout your buildings. And this is all going to be done through our life safety specialist, Philip Smith. And I already got a lot of nice accolades for that. And with the first aid kits, God forbid, if somebody cuts themselves or there's an incident, we have first aid kits. The new computer maintenance management software that I mentioned at Aptura, we're just about completed with that, and we should be fully integrated and online shortly. Of course, and lastly was a men who cook 2 years in a row. So yeah, that's everything we've done for 2024, and we just want to thank you, everybody, for your support, and we look forward to a good year in 2025.
Yes, I'm hoping we get some things accomplished. I do have a few more questions.
Sure.
The call center, that was in the basement, correct? So it was just like a basement and you remodeled it, cleaned it out and put in call centers.
I believe, you know what, I believe so. I didn't have much input on that one, but yes,
Elizabeth Pilates in the back shaking her head. Yes, I thought I had just seen pictures of the before and after from what it looked like as just a basement. And now it is a call center. Do you know how many stations there are there for the call center?
I don't know, but I can get you.
For this 50? 8? It's wonderful. But it looks, considering what it looked like before, that's
Much
good.
better.
The AEDs, first aid kits and safety signage, are there also Narcan in each one of those? I know that's a public health and safety question, but
To find out, but you know what? I will find out for you, but I know like in the courthouse in general, we have special
boxes.
Docks, I have two of any entrance for the Narcan.
Right.
So I would have to.
And I know we have some here and there and everywhere. I just wanted to check on that one. I think that was maybe it. Is there any other questions from the committee? None? Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Ken, for coming forward. I gotta go back. I have no new business. I guess it would be under old business. I do know that the capital improvement had finally gotten through a resolution for an RFP or RF for a needs assessment. And I have heard that the interviewing process has begun, so hopefully that will be coming forward soon. So once that study is done, this committee will have some things to work on. Turn your light on.
That was done before I was born.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I will. Mr. Mahoney? Oh, anybody that would like to respond to Herb's question
Some of those I knew.
about the needs assessment?
So, we went out to a RFQ for a facilities master planning, and kind of a county master planning document to update the last one from 2019. Space needs, capital assessment of all of the buildings that are, I don't want to say all of them, but about 20 that are newly built. And so that's something that we're going to be accomplishing in the next 9 to 12 months to have a finished product. I
Do that every 5 years.
remember, Brooks, to your question, I think it was done in 2010, updated in 2019, and now this is going to be 5 years.
Okay.
Which is depending on what you're looking to do, but obviously we have some buildings like this one across the street, the state's attorney's office, that are it's a kind of an obsolescence point, and what to go forward with that, and then also examining our rental space in downtown Joliet and across the county.
Okay.
Thank you.
So once the report is finished, it will, then we will have some work to be done. So that's the other new business. I have no new business. Any public comment? No public comment? Last chance. I have no announcements by chair. Thank you for being here. Welcome to committee members. No need for executive session. Back there. I get a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned at 10:44. Our next meeting is scheduled for February 4th. Thank you.